Uh, Most Americans, I like the way Salon puts it, while most Americans were celebrating their country's liberation from foreign control by nursing a hangover, voters in Greece went to the polls for what may prove to be the most important election of their lifetimes. Yeah, absolutely. And boy, the comments now that are coming from both sides of this issue are pretty intense. Um, However, as Salon puts it, the men and women of Greece were forced to provide a one-word answer to a question Americans have grappled with for centuries without reaching a definitive answer. Namely, what does it actually mean for a country to be free? I think it was well put. Now, there are going to be all sorts of ramifications. It may even affect the U.S. economy. It may affect the global economy, but tough. And for the people who insist on saying that the Greeks brought it on themselves, that is simply not true. These huge bailouts that the Greek people have had to pay for through austerity programs and poverty and hunger and no jobs for the past 5 years, those huge bailouts did not go to the Greek people. They went to the bankers. They went to the people who caused the problem to begin with. And that's the part that is so irritating. As you know, the Greek finance minister, what's his name, resigned. I've got his name here. He resigned today. Yanis Varoufakis. He had strongly resisted, the finance minister resisted more, the demands for more budget cuts. I don't know what people in the global financial community wanted the Greeks to do. Did they want them just to die, let all their children go without education, cancel all the pensions, forget about business, let the people starve to death? The hell with that. Now, and I understand late today, I heard on the BBC that the European Bank and, the Troika, European Bank, International Monetary Fund, and what's the third part of the Troika? They have decided they are not going to give any more euros of their precious euros to the Greeks. I think this is Germany's way of paying back the rest of Europe for the humiliation and the horror that they went through after World War I and after World War II. Just my personal opinion, of course. But they had a national referendum, as you know, on Sunday. More than 61% of Greek citizens voted against more cuts, more tax hikes, and more so-called reforms that these European creditors, mostly German, are demanding in return for extending further bailout assistance. We run a commercial on the show that says, the idea of going deeper in debt in order to get out of debt is kind of insane, right? Wouldn't you think? That's what the banks are asking the Greeks to do, or demanding. They said no. So this no vote pushes Greece closer to this possibly messy exit from the Eurozone common currency union. And as Politico put it today, it also sets up possible global market chaos. This is what neoliberalism does. It sets everything up so that a crisis like this, engineered by the banks, can topple the global economy. Look what happened in 2007 when the greedy sons of bitches in the American banking industry decided to steal all they could and then go out and hire some burros so they could load on more and steal more. The entire global economy took a nosedive. Well, now that's what they're saying here, a potential global market chaos. It also presents a fresh headache for the Obama White House. Obama had been, I think, trying to push for what would have been a more orderly a deal that would have prevented a Greek exit. But, the international money people, they don't want any of that. They don't want any of it. It's their money. It's not the Greek people's money. It's not the Greek population's debt either. It belongs to the banks. Now, according to Politico, some in the Obama administration are afraid that if Greece leaves the euro market, it could lead to the eventual collapse of the entire eurozone. And then what? Another world war starting on the continent. I'm not trying to be a smart ass, but this stuff is just I don't know. I've been reading a lot of Thomas Piketty and not their books necessarily, but his comments about this and what's his name at the Times. Damn it, I'm drawing a blank. Who's the columnist I quote all the time? Kathy Paul Krugman. Thank you. I'm in different surroundings. That's why I can't think tonight. Okay. I've been reading a lot of their comments on this, and Stiglitz, and also Michael Moore had some comments, and this idea that the Greeks are to be sacrificed so that these money crazy people can continue to steal and pillage and loot and take everything, get their hands on. That's nonsense. It's not going to happen. But what people in the Obama administration are afraid of is that if the Greeks pull out or are kicked out of the Eurozone, it could have a destabilizing effect that could cause these ridiculous debt markets. The whole world is run on debt. It's not run on profit and black ink. It's run on red ink. You know this. We all know this by now. Debt is what these bastards like, because debt is a fungible asset, I guess you would say, kind of like oil. As long as you have all these countries in debt, or you have a population in debt, you can do any damn thing you want to do. You can pump more money into the banking system and then take out your commissions and your profits, and you can just keep going. It's an amazing trap that capitalism has got the whole planet into now. So how do we get out of it, right? Today, markets in Asia dropped a bit. European stocks opened lower. U.S. stocks opened lower. I have no idea how the stock market closed today, because up until the last minute we were still working on getting the studio together. No immediate signs of panic emerged in overseas trading, according to Politico, something that Wall Street analysts say reflects a belief that the European Central Bank could step in as soon as Monday to offer emergency support. But like I say, the last I heard this afternoon is the European Bank said, no, we're not doing it. Kind of that attitude to the Greeks.